feeling like fuck cops, let them get the buckshot. Dollar bill, I'ma show you where the buck stop. Hit them with the kung pao, I be going nuts now. Used to get the rum rap, shorties won't fuck now. Baby, I'm back again, ain't nobody iller. Beating on my chest like a fucking gorilla. Grew up on a Tribe Called Quest and Jay Dilla, but the Mac taught me how to swing donuts. For real, I'm just a product of...
What up, ladies and gents? Your boys is here. Another episode of Culture of Wrestling. What is up, my brothers?
Just enjoying some, World Cup, working like normal. That's
World Cup, chilling with the family, making sure everybody's copacetic. We good over here, baby. I'm trying to wake up.
So I'd like to hear. Oh, we got some stuff. We got some angry people from last night. Quill's prediction looks like it might be coming true.
Boom, baby.
With the bloodline running and everything.
You get all the titles over here, man. Fuck it. We almost got the tag team titles last night, but it's okay. They about to be in bloodline too. We about to get this shit together, man. Oh, and I apologize for cursing. I was told via my brothers that I curse too much. It's the Marine in me. So I got to try to dial it back. I don't know how easy that's going to be, but I'm going to try. I'm going to start it with today. This is going to be the first day I stop cursing as much. I don't know how long that's going to last, but we're going to see.
I was a pirate in my afterlife or before life, so I'm right with you, man.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Yep.
We was with each other, no matter what.
I curse, so I'm not really mad about all that.
It's different. My mother was watching the show. She like, Shakur, what are you doing, dog? I was like, Ma, I don't even know. It was no need for me to curse half of the time I was cursing, so I can't even say nothing. But let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
All
right.
So we'll start today with a quick question.
Okay, what you got?
What started you guys into watching wrestling, and what makes you still watch wrestling to this day?
Okay, let's get it. I'll start it up. If you got it, Zah? You want me to start it up?
No, you go.
All right. So with me, it started when I was young. I was like 5 or 6, I believe, 5 or 6, possibly a little bit younger. I used to always go to my father's house, my grandmother's house. I used to always go over there with them. They had a huge ass house in Newark. They big in Newark. They got a huge house in Newark. So when I'm over there, everybody's over there. I mean, all my cousins. Nice. So one day I'm looking at different tapes and ish that they got. It was just in my cousin room. I don't know, I heard some freaky stuff or whatnot. I was like, I'm gonna put this in here and see what is going on. I put it in there. It was wrestling. It was one of the WrestleMania. It was a throwback WrestleMania. I believe it was the first Rock Austin WrestleMania. Ever since then, I was hooked. It possibly a little bit before that, but I was hooked. Ever since then, I used to backtrack and look at different wrestling events when it came to it. It was around the beginning of the Attitude Era. I loved everything about it. I loved the grittiness of it, the aggression of it. I loved the performance aspect of it. I thought it was real like everybody else, but we knew at a shot of a doubt some issue they was doing. Like, oh, maybe taking a little bit too far. I had enough common sense to realize, but I knew it was a performance, just like a play, just like anything else. Because I loved plays when I was growing up too. So I thought it was like that. Then my cousins used to wrestle. They used to beat my ass. I learned how to fight because of wrestling. Because my cousins ain't pulling no punches. They used to beat my ass. My cousins' friends. So we used to all wrestle, have fun, actually throw shots and shit like that. Me being a young tyke, because they was way older than me and whatnot. But they needed somebody extra to get in there and wrestle because we was playing we was doing tag teams. I told you I was Xbox. Young as hell playing Xbox was wild. My cousin was Kane, and my other cousins was Billy Gunn and Road Dogg. So that's what got me. I'm still in it today because I love everything about it. I'm trying to bring the joy back in it. I love the aspect of storytelling. I love the aspect of presentation and shit like that. And I love performance when it comes to wrestling, period. So that's what got me in the game, pretty much.
I just remember watching it with my brother.
Yeah.
And we used to wrestle. We used to watch. Like, the thing is, when we were young, so we could only watch like an hour of Raw. Like, it'd be like 9, because it was 9 to 11. So it's like we couldn't stay up late to watch that last hour. Sometimes I would try to like sneak and like watch. But like, yo, it just looked great. The presence, the stories, the characters. And you see them just walk down. I'm like, yo, who this motherfucker? Who's the baddest motherfucker on the planet right now, man? Like, shit, this is what we doing. I love it. Watching The Rock do all his shit, watching Making Me Laugh, making fun of Big Show and shit like that. Like, and the matches, like, yo, every main event match was whether it was DX beating up The Rock or Rock finally getting his get backs on DX. Like, oh, those were just the days. Oh gosh, bro, man. People forget, man. Those are the fucking days, man.
It was.
That 98, 99 era, that might have been some of the best wrestling. What keeps me now today is the storylines are still great sometimes.
Yeah.
But I always think it's gonna get better. And I hold out hope. I hold out faith because sometimes it's a lot. But then I'll see these wrestling fans go on these rants and I'm like, okay, I want this to happen. I want this to happen. I actually want Jey Uso to win because you know what? Now y'all getting to the point where y'all just like fuck everything. I'm like, listen, I like Evans. Evans got to the semifinals.
Bro, we talk
like he's not ready for like I get it. Just give it to Uso right now. But nah, everyone in their feelings. Everyone's like, this is the worst thing of all time. Meanwhile, Jey Uso and Evans had a banger of a match. Can we? Everyone who says Jey Uso can't wrestle.
Had in a minute, bro.
Right?
Best match he had in years, maybe.
And shout out to Evans. He worked hurt. Oh my gosh, man. Like, I just don't like the typical wrestling fans who are like, I'm gonna stop watching because I'm like, shut up, bro. Like, just go away, bro. Like, they give me they make me actually happy when stuff doesn't happen. I'm actually like, okay, let's give it to Uso. Yeah. Make him king of the ring because I think Brock interferes and costs, over the match. Neither here nor there, but that's it. I get joy out of seeing wrestling fans upset. It just gives me pure joy.
Bro, they're turning me into a villain when it
comes. Yo, I'm telling you, man.
I'm turning into a heel. I'm about to be a WWE lifer. Sign me up, baby. Like, it's honestly starting to get to that point for me. But before we get into that, answer your question, bro.
Right. Well, I lost. It's gonna be a little quick, sad one here. I lost my dad when I was 2 years old. So like the only thing I remember from being like an infant was watching the Road Warriors, stuff like that on TV. So getting a little older, always watch wrestling, no matter what. Sat down. I watched when Raw was in that little tiny ass building with the weird ass entrance, shit like that. Like I watched it from a long time. Never really was a WCW person, but like once WCW like started getting popular, I would always flip the channel and see what was on, but like no one really grabbed my attention from WCW. Always WWF guy. From Austin, like what you guys say, Austin with the beer truck, to Rock cutting promos, all of that, to even like when everyone phased out of watching wrestling, started calling it,
corny,
homosexual, all that type of, all that stuff for it. Like, still watched it, still was like, you know what, we're gonna watch this because I only have one reason to watch it, and it was like just to keep the bond of me and my dad together. Today, just like you guys, love the storyline, love to see what's gonna happen. Just like you saw, I'm a heel, man. I loved going to wrestling shows as a kid and cheering and hearing someone else cheer against me. Now I go to the shows, and if someone's chanting, I was the main person. You hear 30,000 people chanting "Let's go Cena." I might be one of 20 people at that time yelling "Cena sucks." I love getting the crowd, being the opposite person. And also, there's so much wrestling on now. How can't you not love it and watch it? Like, it wasn't a monopoly. There was wrestling on all TVs, and then it became a monopoly, and now we're back to being able to watch all different types of wrestling.
Yeah. And to add to that, when I went to SummerSlam, I was the biggest heel. I'm cheering every heel, making kids upset because they ain't see their favorite guy when like it was one in my. And he was like, "Oh, CM Punk lost to Seth Rollins." I'm like, "Good. CM Punk doesn't need this. CM Punk doesn't need that belt."
And I got to backtrack. It wasn't Austin Rock, the tape that I saw. It was Austin versus Bret Hart. It was that WrestleMania event. So I had to backtrack a little bit. Well, being that you have that connection with wrestling via a loss, because that reminds me of how I feel about the Titans. Do you see yourself not looking at wrestling, period? Because I can't imagine myself not looking at the Tennessee Titans, even if we lose.
2014, 2013.
Yeah.
Those like when me and Zal were like in college, about to be like me and Zal were like sophomores in college, like facing that area. Man, there was times where I'm like, I don't know if I can watch this. This shit's boring as fuck. Like, this is shout out to my best friend, Nick Dempsey. We bought the pay-per-view where Randy Orton slapped the referee in the main event. And we both looked at each other like, we just paid $25 a piece for this fucking main event match. Like, holy, like it was starting to like fizzle out, but then like that connection made me think like, no, I can't. Like, I should stop watching it. Not I should, but I want to stop watching it at this point because it's terrible. But I don't know if I can. And I'll always, almost like you, I don't know if I'll ever be able to stop watching wrestling because if I do, I'll be like, damn. But what like me going to the WrestleMania, like going to my first WrestleMania was like, all right, I'm going to this wishing that like my dad was actually watching this. Like that's how I feel about about the show, is being like it'd be great to see us go to a show together. So it's like every show I just love going to because it just brings that connection to the show.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I appreciate that. What's up?
Appreciate you sharing that with us, man.
So to start off Raw.
Okay.
I've been seeing everybody from TikTok to Instagram to X, people hating the fact that WWE is redoing a storyline of the Bloodline again. How do y'all feel about this?
If it's broke, go ahead, bro.
But you finish what you're saying, then I'll.
If it's broke, what's the point of fixing it? Like let's be honest. The only storyline the WWE has gotten 100% without a shot of a doubt right in the last 10 to 20 years is Trick Williams, and then they dropping the ball with that shit right now. And before that, the Bloodline. So it's just like, if we getting this shit right, why not run it back? That's like saying, all right, we got Rock versus Austin perfectly squared away. We got it good. Let's not do this shit again. I cursed already. All right, it is what it is. But it's a prime example of people that are bitching and complaining just to bitch and complain. The only thing this company has gotten right for years, they're running it back again, and they're putting the bitch on steroids. You need to understand, Jacob Fatu is a dog. Jacob Fatu is a monster. Solo has involved so much in this game. Just his presentation, the way he talks, his promos, the way he wrestles, everything about him has gotten better since the start of his Bloodline run. Okay, they let him do what he got to do. He's been holding his own, but now it's time to push forward with something more. The Tongas, they can either stay or they can go. It don't matter with the Tongas because they still going to make money if the WWE puts them in the right position to make money. So like little ish like this, you need to just let it play out and see what's going on. Either we're going to get a massive Bloodline with the Tongas, or we're just going to get an added on version of it with just Solo and Jacob Fatu and Zilla when Zilla gets in there. Regardless, again, the Tongas can do what the hell they want to do because they can go with all the Japanese guys that's about to come to the roster. Or you can just put Finn with him, with the Tongas, and that could be the Bullet Club, what, 2.0 or 3.0 or 4.0, whatever you want to call it. So it's just like little things that we see because we look at it and we got skin in the game. And we write, we do whatever we got to do. We actually do our research. So I love the idea of it because I know what it adds on to wrestling. I know what it adds on to WWE. That automatically fixes SmackDown because they all can't just be on Raw. They will be on Raw and SmackDown, however the situation is. That also fixes the problem that we have with the tag team titles right now because 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up combining those titles, give them to the Usos. They can hold it. Nobody else really can hold it in that light. So you get a better WWE mid card, you get a better WWE main card. Well, I want to say the higher championships, as well as you get a better WWE tag team division. So much that can happen from this, and it takes the pressure off of the writers for the simple fact you don't got to write much when it comes to them because Roman Reigns, Solo, all these guys can carry the business. The WWE is doing what's best for them right now, business-wise. This is the smartest thing that they could do. It's going to make it entertaining. It's going to get the pressure off of Cody Rhodes. It's going to get the pressure off the tag team division. This is what they should do. Ride with it, shut the fuck up, and just enjoy the ride. Plain and simple.
I'm totally.
Before you go, did y'all see Jacob Fatu throwing up gang signs?
Bro, I wasn't going to say shit. I my fucking business, bro.
I've seen it all over, and I was like, that man just threw up a set. Like, but that was just a little funny moment seeing him sit there and do that. Like, so
the thing is, he about that life too.
Oh yeah,
he about that. Like, he don't play when he throw up his shit. That's real. I wasn't saying nothing, but he about that, and he's gonna get more eyes will be on wrestling just for that. Because you're going to have some gang homies be like, yo, you see him? What? They're going to keep on looking because they're going to like it. So it is what it is.
But anyway, back to you. How you feel about that, Zah?
I love it. Yeah, listen. The Bloodline saved the business for 4 years. Why not? Like Quill says, why not keep going to? And they're still fucking over. Like, yo, when Jacob Fatu attacked Eric Andre, yo, the crowd went fucking nuts.
Yep.
I'm like, y'all sit here and complain about all these type of things, but then when it gets on live TV, they love that shit. So how can it be bad, bro? Man, don't get me started with these fans. Like, yo, Roman's cool, Jacob Fatu, they cheering Jacob Fatu out the whole bill. I'm like, yo, what more do you want? Like Cole says, it alleviates a lot of the problems. Like when Jey Uso interacted with Sami Zayn last night, that was a moment. Jey Uso interacting with Cody. It's like, okay, we got history here. I get it. I want some of y'all wrestlers in these positions, but yo, Jey Uso interacting with some of these people actually pushes them up. Y'all not seeing the bigger picture. Sometimes we're too caught up on my favorite needs to be here. Maybe your favorite's not ready for that spot. Maybe your favorite doesn't know how to be in that spot by himself. Let a Roman, let a Jimmy. Jimmy Uso has been, dare I say, great.
Pay attention. Something is going down. It's going down. It's fucking going down, bro. And before you say that too, I apologize, bro. People need to understand that wrestling is not just written the week of.
Mm-hmm.
This shit has been written probably before WrestleMania. So all of this shit is drawing out the way it's supposed to. Pay attention, just relax. It's going to make sense in the future. They want you to get mad. And y'all are just falling into their hand. Oh, say your word, bro. Fickle.
Like as I was in the middle of saying, like, you want your favorite star to be in that match. Okay. What happens? We give LA, here we go, prime example. We give LA Knight the belt.
Yeah.
Who says the fans ain't turning on him in a month and a half, 2 months?
Definitely will.
He gonna hit
walking through that door.
He gonna hit one botch move. No offense to LA Knight, but he's gonna try to do one little springboard, it'll botch it, and then everyone's gonna turn on him. Like they are, first of all, they've already done it to Sol Ruka.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they gave, they wanted Sol Ruka. Oh, they want Sol Ruka to win the belt. Oh, take the belt off Becky. She botches a couple, soul snatchers. Oh man, she's not meant for this now.
Exactly.
So
when Jay, bro, don't forget when not Jay, when
he's
Javon Evans, He watched the
Well,
move, and it was like, oh, he's not ready, and now they want to say he is. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Jey Uso's a main one right now.
Yeah.
We were just now everybody was loving him a year and a half ago, and now everyone's like, oh, we don't need to see him again.
Call it nepotism, bro. They've been bitching about saying it was nepotism. I don't know, man.
And this is a great spot for Oba to face Jey Uso, like right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can always go back to Oba versus Evans. They're young. They got this type of time. Like, the only thing I don't like is that when a person's ready for that spot, they should do it. Like the Bronze, the Obas. Those are those one scenarios where it's like you gotta push that now. Outside of that, I'm kind of like, you can wait. Chad Gable should be on SummerSlam. He should beat Penta for that belt.
He should have been in that King of the Ring, honestly.
If
you bitch about anybody, bitch about that.
Thank you. I even said that I'd have put him in that King of the Ring tournament. That's a prime example for Chad Gable being there.
Yeah.
Cool. He's doing the whole thing. Like I love the matches, but I'm just like, sometimes we just gotta cool out. We just gotta cool out.
Another one on that topic of what you just said, Dominic Mysterio. Again, I don't want to keep bringing up what fans are saying, but it's everywhere that I turn on, any social media. They're mad that was a squash match. Clip that face. Clip that face. Yes. I've seen it. Numerous people are like, I can't believe this was a squash match. And I was like, did you think Dom was about to come out here and squash him? Like,
exactly.
It doesn't make sense. To me, that was great because then now sets up what I've said of I think Brock will now interfere and have Jey Uso win that match because of course Saudi's gonna throw some money at Brock to show up and hear his music come out.
Bro, it only makes sense. It only makes sense. Just like we talked about when it comes to the Owen. It makes sense. This, like, I don't understand what people are. What do they expect? You expect Javon Evans to be a champ? This is not WWE 2K. You can't just push him to the fucking title when you want to push him to the fucking title. Again, we gotta start bleep. I gotta find a bleep button.
No, we don't. It's great.
You good, bro?
It's annoying me, man. I ain't gonna say stressed because I'm never stressed, but it's annoying the fuck out of me because of the bitching and complaining of people that only watch. First of all, they only watch one company. You need to understand the competition. You need to understand the dynamic of both companies to understand what the other company's doing. Like we were saying before, WWE is ran like a business. Which one is going to get faces on this product as much as possible? And then AEW is a aspect of this is professional wrestling. What can I get professional wrestlers to look at and enjoy when it comes to it? Your favorite wrestler loves AEW. Just put that in your mind, fans and stuff like that. So like, I don't think people really they're grasping this. They're treating this like they're little fucking kids in middle school more so than treating it like you're an adult and you're trying to understand it. If you're trying to realize the patterns when it comes to wrestling and realize the ins and outs of it, you need to just sit back and enjoy it if you're not capable of doing so at an intelligent level. I'm about to become the villain of fucking podcast when it comes to wrestling, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it right at this point because people are so fickle. They're fucking fickle. I understand Daniel Bryan so much more now that he doesn't wrestle and being in the position that we're in right now because we're a family is always going to be a we more so than anything else. It's fucking fickle, bro. People need to just shut the fuck up and relax if you're not going to look at everything. If you're just going to look at one thing and bitch about one thing, you need to sit down because obviously you're doing something wrong when it comes to it. I'm fine with saying it, bro. I'll say it. If y'all don't want to say it, I'll say it. Stop
better than anyone.
Bro,
like
bitching.
It's easy to sit back, like just like we like the conversation we had earlier. How many times could we have me in general have stopped watching wrestling?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Prime example.
Everybody has this bond with wrestling, whatever it is, and if we all just they make money, they up their content of them bitching about wrestling. Cool, congratulations! I'm glad that you make money off of bitching off wrestling. But
100%.
it gets put out there and is thrown in a negative way that this always happens. Just like Zah's favorite person, Meltzer. when you're put out there as the top person to put out information, it's almost like if Woj or Sham or Schefter gave us random shit that we didn't like. They still do, but if they gave us very bad like takes on stuff, we wouldn't be sitting here. We would be talking shit on NFL, NBA, all this stuff. No, sit back and just watch. Like it's like anything else. You like movies, you like your TV shows. I don't see people making, minute-long videos about them hating, 911 or whatever TV show you guys decide to watch, whatever shit is like that, or like Game of Thrones. People don't
bitch about that.
No, it's only.
Hey, let's talk about how living single got their shit stolen by friends. You want to talk about that? We gonna talk about that? We can talk now. We can talk about this because living single was before Friends, and then Friends copied it and just took all their shit. You want to talk about it like that? Like
we don't have,
like little shit like that. Now that's something that we can talk about. That's something you can bitch about, bro. Mm-hmm.
All we gotta do is just sit back, watch, enjoy, because you're still gonna watch and enjoy no matter what anyway.
Exactly.
Yep.
But no, go ahead. What are you saying?
No, I was just gonna say like, everything is a bitch. Everything is, and then the thing is, we are like we like it. Like, oh, you're an apologist. It's like, no, we're just trying to see the story out.
Yeah,
you are the one who. I don't like it. I don't want to see it, but I'm still doing this at the same time. And then you're gonna go and then have a 2-hour rant because you make money off of it. It's like, but you still took your time out of your day to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it, man. There's just some fickle fans, man. They're just some fickle fans.
So, how did y'all feel about, on a lighter note, on a better note, how did you feel about the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring?
It's unexpected on my part, honestly. I don't live going to the finals.
What did I tell you?
You did say that too, bro.
It's gonna set up best friends.
Yo.
Yes. She's gonna have to turn on her best friend.
See, the thing about that confuses me is like, oh, I get pushing EO, but why have her beat Liv and then pick Rhea?
Mm-hmm.
Like that doesn't make sense to me. Like if I'm EO and I already beat Liv, then in SummerSlam I want a rematch with Liv for the title. I don't want to fight Rhea. I already beat. It doesn't make sense. You feel me? It doesn't make. And even if EO gets beat, you feel me? Like if she gets beat and it's a disqualification and whatnot, EO, I'm going for fucking Liv at SummerSlam somehow, some way. So it's just it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up in my opinion when it comes to it, bro. I know what you were saying, and I get what you're saying. I'm just saying for like right now where I sit, I don't get it, but I understand when you explain it and you put it out there. Like, I get that shit, but I don't know if that's actually going to be the case, bro. I don't think do they pull a trigger and have EO win and not face Liv. Like, I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would do that. They would have to go with fucking Liv. It would have to be Liv, 100%. And then again, now we have the issue with who was going to face Rhea at SummerSlam because Rhea's hurt. Like she's 100%. Yeah. She got to drop that belt, bro.
JC Jane.
What I would do is have the title on the line. Just vacate the title now. Put that shit on the line at Night of Champions. The winner will be the women's champion from SmackDown, or it can be the double champion when it comes to Liv, and just put the stakes like that, because that's the only thing that makes sense that they can cover up a mistake. Like we said before, I think they made a mistake with Owen, because now with him losing to Brock, what's the point of Brock coming back and interfering with this match at Night of Champions if I already got the dub in the last match? If anything, they should have had Brock win the first match, lose the second match, and then Brock comes back for this. See, it's not adding up. Again, we are not just fans of AEW or WWE. We look at everything as a collective.
Yep.
I'm okay with saying some shit don't make sense in AEW. I'm okay with making say some shit don't make sense with WWE, just like both of these gentlemen are right here too.
Mm-hmm.
This shit don't make sense. Simple as that. And to say if everybody's gonna be out there and say, "Oh, you're an AEW guy," first of all, the last 2 episodes of AEW have been fucking terrible in my opinion. So now let's get off of that horse in that situation, and we're gonna look at it for what it is right now. The writing has been iffy. It's gotten better with WWE, but in this situation, the writing doesn't make sense. And AEW performance in the ring has been good, but everything else has been fucking terrible, especially the crowds in the last 2 events.
Oh yeah, that crowd was bad, bro. That crowd.
Last week crowd was worse at
yeah.
Dynamite, but this week crowd wasn't much better. So,
yeah.
But explain to me what you think is going to happen when it comes to this, the whole situation, and then Za, of course, can you give us your 2 cents when it comes to the semifinals?
Looking at it how you look at it,
yeah,
it doesn't make sense. So now I'm like, I was just looking just down the road of okay,
yeah,
Rhea's hurt, give us best friend, but if she beats Liv, because I was, if it would have been Charlotte, then it would have made sense.
Made more sense.
But now it's like now you saying if you beat Liv, you don't need to face Rhea because you already beat Liv. But then
exactly
you could risk a shot of not beating her the second go around.
Yeah.
I don't know who's writing this. It might be AI or something, but
it's looking like it, bro.
It doesn't make sense. Oba and Jay. Again, would that not be considered a squash match?
It's not going to be.
Yeah. But he could make that an easy squash match.
Could. Yeah.
And then Oba might get screwed over at wherever else he might try to win the championship at.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just bad, but it's just a very weird ending of the final 2.
The final 2.
Because Jay, everyone's like, okay, Jay's winning this. Oba's gonna get screwed. But then why would you not put Oba in this chance? And then what was booked from, or what was said from WrestleMania,
yeah,
this gives you a shot at a championship. Oba already called out Roman, so if this does set up Oba Roman, if Rhea is hurt, it would make sense to randomly tell us that, next week or something, and then make that Queen of the Ring, a Queen of the Ring, and you win a champion.
Yeah.
Because then it would just make sense, but it's WWE. It's not really making sense at this moment right now.
No, and don't be careful for a switch out before you say something, Za. Be careful for that switch out with Jay and Jacob, because that's a possibility. That will clean up a lot. So just be careful with keep an eye on that.
Well, I don't get the whole Liv thing, Liv winning. I think it was kind of everyone kind of thought it was going to be Charlotte versus Rhea, but now that Rhea's hurt, I think that's why they're kind of changing the plans right now. Because it's okay, if Rhea's hurt, let's go away from that. So it depends on who EO picks. They kind of are in a spot where they can make their women's division very, very well. Because like you said, they could have Rhea drop the belt. Because thank God. I'm not wishing injury on, but this is how sometimes these things happen, and it can make someone. Now you have a chance to make someone. Like I said, if you want, have it defended at 19. Have JC win that belt. Why not? Got no one else really defending for it like Charlotte, but you want that Charlotte Rhea match. You don't have to put the belt on Charlotte right now. If anything, you have Charlotte versus JC. Charlotte wins, JC wins, and we move on. This is the time when people are hurt for you to push other people, especially to see what they can do. This is what wrestling's always been about. So next man up. We'll see who can do this. But I don't know. For EO, this is a weird spot for her because if she loses, I don't know where she goes from here if she loses.
She has to win, bro.
Yeah, she can't lose to Liv. At least Liv has a championship belt to fall back on if she loses. EO has nothing. Yeah. EO has nothing.
It's messy, man. And this is what happens when you don't build your people. You don't build your roster. You don't build your
Mm-hmm.
storylines. You focus so much on the main event guys, but you're not looking at the mid cards of both. You don't even pay attention to your women. You don't pay attention to your tag teams. This is what the fuck happens. This is
Yep.
what happened when you don't pay the New Day. Because the New Day could have cleaned up so much. This is what happens when this is what Sasha Banks was talking about from the rip. This is what happened when you don't pay attention to your females and you don't put
Mm-hmm.
the proper time in developing characters and storyline when it comes to the ladies. It's bullshit, bro. Who are the women tag team champions? When was the last time they fought?
Oh,
Prime example. When was the last time they fought? What's going on with Priest and R-Truth?
yeah.
What's going on with it?
Didn't
What's
they just
going
fight?
on? They fought, but what was it though? Like they all right.
Yeah.
I can honestly say with them, at least they get segments.
Yeah.
And they get segment more so with because of R-Truth than because of Pierce. What's going on with the US title? What's going on with Trick right now? What's going on with the Intercontinental title? Pence is doing great, but he's fighting more so on what is it, AAA
Triple A.
anything else. What's going on with Dom right now? Motherfuckers are just sitting backstage, and it's ways that you build up your clientele. If I'm a manager, I want everybody in front of me to be able to run this show better than what it is already being run. And right now, everything is really shifting in a negative tense because they have so much focus on one thing, which is the bloodline, which is beautiful. Like we talked about before, I love the fact that they're doing bloodline 2.0 or 3.0 or whatever you want to call it. I love that. That makes sense. But you also have to cater to everyone else around it or involve everybody else in this situation. Royce Keys should be in this somehow, some way. We should be having a conversation. We should be able to talk about the females aspect of it. We got some more females. Why are they not involved in this somehow, some way? To elevate the women's division. Are we going to wait for Naomi to get back? Is she going to come back? We don't know what's going on when it comes to. It's just so much shit that you can put an eye on or put a pen to pad on that people are just being so lax when it comes to it. And this is I look at things from both sides of the spectrum. I truly do. And this is why when I say I want to be a villain and support WWE, I can't fully. I got to go back with the fans. This is what the fans are bitching about to a certain extent because nothing is clear. But again, see how brain is always back. Be patient. Be patient. Something is going to pop off, saying it's going to spark, and it's going to be right then and there. It might seem like I'm bouncing back and forth, but this is what someone that's conscious enough to realize how difficult writing is, but at the same time that loves the sport of wrestling. I'm right in the fucking middle. We are right in the middle when it comes to it because the two wrongs don't make it right now, and everything is just everywhere. It can get better, but again, be patient. We got to be patient. We bitching and complaining. We talking ourselves. We pissed off ourselves, and that's cool because that's the human experience. But it got to get brother. It got to get better. It definitely do. It definitely do.
And the worst thing about like even the Dom thing, like I had to make like Dom did the most. He did a chicken shit heel match. Like I don't know what else people wanted. He ran around, like he tried to get over. Like, I'm like he wasn't supposed to win that match unless Brock Lesnar came out. There's no way in the world he was in a main event match with Oba Femi.
Oba fucking Femi.
Guys, what more do you want? Because if now he beats Oba, now it's you killed Oba's push, you killed it. It's like, yo, y'all can't have it one way and then not have the other way. Like, dogs, come on.
All right, I'm going to support the fans right now.
But
it could have did something to make Dominic seem like a legit contender in the match.
But what would have made Oba then?
I was on Dominic's now right now. I don't know about you. Right?
You're
right. They did the right thing when it comes to that, bro. They did the right thing when it came to that. EO shit is just different. That's a different story. They could have did better when it comes to that. Charlotte should have won. I don't understand it. Like you're dropping your bag. Like Charlotte is still a bag, no matter what. Regardless of how we feel, regardless of how we think. Just like Rio's a bag, regardless of how we feel, regardless of how we think. These young ladies are back, and that's a WrestleMania SummerSlam type of match. Plain and simple. Io is I don't know what's going on with Ego right now. I really don't. With Oscar leaving, it seemed like something isn't right. It's not right. And I don't remember the last time we only had one Japanese female on the Raw. Oh, we got Julia still. Never mind. But Julia isn't doing what she's supposed to do right now. So this is the first time in a long time we got one Japanese female on the roster, and it seems like something is off. I feel for her. I wish everything comes into fruition. I wish we can get Oscar back. We need her because she's really, really important to this division, and now we're seeing the reason why. Definitely.
Now,
But
now I was gonna say, besides that on Raw, the only other positive part of Raw was Chad Gable and Rusev.
oh,
That was a good match.
beautiful match. That's a wrestling match.
Yeah, that was a very good match. My only thing is, what is up with calling up all ego Ethan Page and then having him be a manager-ish type. I mean, if he's okay with it, then cool. But I didn't expect that to happen from a random call-up.
I would have pushed the button when it comes to the Cody Rhodes situation and gave Cody his stable with Ethan and Ricky Stanks and even Royce Keys. If you want to talk about it, call them the outsiders. Have them go with it. Make hell. Oh, fucking smart. The insider. I like that. That's fucking brilliant, bro. You just started something.
Nah, they won't use it.
They need to. They fucking need to.
They won't use it.
That makes sense because now that eliminates the Gunther situation. That takes Sammy out the equation. That takes all these middle titles out. That gives Ricky Saints something more solid to go. He's doing real good when it comes to that feud right now. But it's a messy feud. I like that situation. That makes sense, bro. Definitely do.
Yeah. Would y'all be okay? I'm sorry to cut you off. No, would y'all be okay if Ricky Saints somehow finds a way to win the belt and they could just do a triple threat between Melo, Trick, or should they just have Trick have the belt and they just do a triple threat?
You know some wild shit, bro? Trick don't need that title right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Trick needs the belt.
Trick is that over. Trick and Oba are the two ones right now that don't need titles. Mm-hmm. They're so over right now. They don't need the belts. And it's beautiful to see that because you see a lot of guys that do need it. They're so in it. Like Danhausen, he's so fucking entertaining. He don't need the belt, but Trick does it in the ring as well as out. Oba does it in the ring as well as out. So these guys don't need titles, and I'm fine with just giving it to Melo. Needs it more than anything. Mm-hmm. But again, do you rely on the writers to put him in a position to carry that belt in that light? And like just shook his head. No, you don't. So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Saints did get it. If Saints does get it, I would be pissed if I'm Ethan because it's just like, bro, I got called up for the exact same reason you did, and now you give this motherfucker, you don't give it to me. No, and these guys are not young. Like we got to remember that.
Yeah.
No.
Ethan is in his 40s, I believe. Yeah, he is, or close to it. Ricky's close to it. LA Knight is damn near in his 50s. Like these guys are not young. They need these opportunities ASAP because one injury can change their whole life compared to an injury by Javon or an injury by Trick, God forbid or heaven forbid. So like little shit like this, they need to push these guys more so than anything else because their shelf life, if they get hurt, will be much longer than anything else. Anybody else, I should say.
Yeah. You got to start giving some of these people some of these belts. Trick can always get the United States Championship belt back. But Saints needs that right now. Like he's not over, but he's kind of waddling. It's like this could make or break him right now. Absolutely. And you need that. Mm-hmm. You brought him over here for a reason. Show us. Same thing with Ethan Page.
We out here.
I think he should have won that belt at main event. That was a great match against Penta. That you could have instantly given him something.
100%. Speaking about the writing, what did you think of the writing of the Vision telling Javon Evans he was in the vision? Like, what was that point of just having that little bit of them come out and tell Javon Evans, hey, you're in the vision, and then set up a match that
It was that
really
was
wasn't needed.
that was supposed to be for the New Day. So now they're trying to recap that story, but change it up a little bit. That's what it took them so long to get back to it. New Day leaving or saying they was going to leave fucked up the whole storyline that they had with him and the New Day. So with that being said, they're trying to fix that, and I don't think it's a clean fix. Um, but it's going to push him to join the Street Profits. In my opinion, I think that's what it's going to be. People going to be upset because they have all these black people in one group. But if it fits, it fits. It makes sense, bro.
Yes, they will.
They're going to bitch and complain about it.
They will. Yeah.
It's the only thing that makes sense. They already went with and got the save. Vision got the tag team belts. Street Profits wants the belts. Um, it's writing is on the wall to a certain extent, or they're just going to have him be solo by himself. He ain't going to the fucking Vision. The Vision is about to explode. That group is, I don't know. That's the most cursed group since Evolution, the first go around. You don't forget Evolution when they first started, they was put on the shelf for a while because everybody in the group got injured. So that's what it's looking like when it comes to this. It's a huge curse, and it helped Triple H and everybody in that group before. So maybe it's going to help again. Maybe that's going to be the same situation where everything gets better. It's funny that nobody was talking about that, but they was talking about how the bloodline came back, and maybe because the bloodline had the exact same people in the group compared to the Vision, basically doing everything that Evolution did and recreating it that way. But yeah, I think we're gonna get something soon when it comes to it. I don't know what, but I got faith in Javon Evans. I got faith in Seth because I think he's going to be involved in this somehow, some way too. So let's see.
And shout out to Logan Paul to come back with a torn tricep. Like once again, wrestling fans don't give him his due because they think he's an outsider. But to come back 3 weeks after tearing your off the
bone, my boy,
bro,
and he didn't have to do it.
He doesn't, but he takes this shit seriously, and people need to start giving him a little bit more respect than they do because wrestling fans are fucking fickle. Damn. Fucking worst pieces of shit, man.
The villain podcast.
Worst pieces of shit I've ever seen, man. Always got an opinion on everything, bro, man.
Culture of villain wrestling.
Bro, I love it, man. And Javon Evans shouldn't be in this. They're setting up for Javon Evans to get splashed by the tsunami when he comes back because they are setting up for Bronson Reed. And people don't understand. Bronson Reed had a really good 2025.
Just got injured, bro.
He just got injured. He's one of the only people who's pinned Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm. We gotta talk about that, bro. What is the end game of the Vision? How about this? What would the Vision look like if no one got injured?
Braun be champion.
Breaker,
yeah.
Okay. Do you think Seth would have got kicked out that early, or you think they would have dragged it on a little bit longer?
Maybe a week or two more, but they probably still would have went down this way. Okay. I think they kind of outgrew Seth.
Okay. Oh, what you think, bro?
I don't know. It feels like they didn't give Braun, Zaw's most hated moment of 2026. They didn't give Braun the belt.
Yeah.
On the first day of Raw in 2026. So, that was, I don't know what would happen because of that moment there. I feel like they might have kept Seth a little bit longer. Have Seth been like more of like the Flair, just chilling
in the background when it comes to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the Vision was good. I just also didn't get the Logan Paul, like adding Logan Paul to it. You could have just kept Grayson Waller. What was wrong with keeping Grayson Waller and I don't know. It still would have. You didn't need I do get adding Logan Paul. He is a good wrestler to bring into that. But like if Grayson Waller and Austin Theory were already a tag team.
Yeah.
Could have just brought them in. They were tag team champions. It's not like it was just a random pair together. They just let's put these two together in the division.
Yeah, and he has a relationship with what's that kid name again? He has a relationship with people in the group, like you said before. Wilder, he has a relationship with everybody, so it kind of did make sense if they would have just put him in compared to Logan. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. Definitely with you on that one.
What was your thoughts about Friday Night SmackDown? I will say for the fourth week in a row, did not tune in. I got better things.
You did?
I got better.
Oh shit!
Like no offense. Yeah, cool. It's a heavyweight championship match. Gunther versus Cody with Sammy being the special guest referee. I knew Cody wasn't losing. I'm not gonna have Cody lose on a random Friday.
Yeah.
Like I knew it would have been some way of. I did see how it ended, so I was like, okay, cool. They had it end a different way than Cody going clean and something like that. But
yeah,
I knew Cody wasn't gonna walk out not the champion. So I was like, it's point. I was better watching the World Cup. So
I was honestly looking forward to Solo and Jacob. Like honestly, that's one of the main reasons that I tuned in to SmackDown is to see the next evolution of how they're going to get everybody back together, and will they bring everybody when it comes to it? Does Roman want Solo, or does Roman want the Tongas? What's going to happen when Solo gets in the bloodline? Will the Tongas go with him, or will they do their own thing? Like that shit is interesting to me more so than anything else. That's the best that we got writing wise right now. So it's just I'm just stuck on that. Everything else, like you said before, was sloppy. It seemed like it was rushed. It seemed like they don't know what they really want to do. They don't want to pick a side when it comes to. You just got to pick a fucking side and commit. If this guy is your guy or this girl is your girl, just commit. Stop beating around the bush. Stop playing games. Let's do this shit. So I don't know. That's my thinking process when it came to it.
I did like the Solo. Like the Solo thing has really been really great. Solo's been shining for a little bit now. Like he's been really, really a breath of fresh air. I feel like he's really about to lose his MFT. He might have to go back.
Yeah.
But I gotta give Sami Zayn his once again credits. He was the fair referee, and then he kicked the asses out. Yo, Sami Zayn has been hilarious. I loved when he hit Cody Rhodes for that championship. I was just like, just get it out of his hands, bro. Huh?
He a nut. Yeah, what if he go back to the bloodline, bro? Could you imagine that? If Sammy went back and Solo, and they just had the original and just added Jacob Fatu, and all of this is a rules, and let's say Jay couldn't get it done, so they had a triple threat match, and they helped Sammy win it. Oh man, that would be a fucking now that right there is storytelling right there. I like that because that's unexpected. I know, you might not be too happy about it, but
it's okay. So as long as it brings back the honorary Usta bloodline, I'm cool with that.
I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. I think that's something that we might got to look at because you saw what happened at the end when Solo was talking to Jay. I guess I'll do what I got to do.
Yo,
why not put two fucking horses in the race?
Yo, what happens if Johnny Gargano gets out of his comatose state to help Sami Zayn win the belt? Because Sami been talking to him for a minute now. Like he's still doing that whole. I'm like, and like Sami Zayn finally gets him, because I do think Cody does need a break from the belt, and I do think I like Gunther, but they've treated Gunther really bad since he's ended some people's careers. I feel like Sami Zayn's the hottest one out of the three, and I feel like you can get a run out of him doing the whole "I'm the last good guy" and they're booing him and all that other shit because he doesn't think he's a heel. So that's why this kind of works. And then if Jey Uso wins, now you got Jey Uso versus Sami Zayn. You set up a good match. Yo, it's there. It's there. It's literally in your hand. He could go back to the bloodline or Jey. It's in your hands.
Don't fuck this up, man.
They'll fumble. You know they will.
I think they are because.
Oh, sorry, not fumble it. They will. I said not fumble it. They will.
Punt that bitch.
Russell Wilson pass on the 1 yard line.
We're past that bitch at the 1 when you all got handed off to Marshawn, bro. You know what's funny right now, bro? WWE has an actual path to put the whole AEW shit to rest. Not to say that AEW is gonna go out of business, but to be the legitimate #1 professional wrestling company right now. Because AEW has been really, other than pay-per-views, these last couple weeks have been really, really slow. It's been really, really messy. It has been ass. I'm not going front. I write for AEW. It's been ass. I'm gonna be honest with you. And everything that I see, WWE has an opportunity to just take this bitch, especially with SmackDown, and run with it, but they're not doing it, and it shit doesn't make sense. You gotta sometimes you gotta stop playing with your fucking food and eat that shit. Yeah, put it to rest. I'm trying not to be in my military Marine Corps mindset, but it's getting there. This motherfucker out, and you playing games with your food right now.
Yep.
And it's really, really interesting, and I want to see what's going to come from it, because if they push the bloodline, there's going to be like, okay, AEW, I love you, but at the same time, this shit is cinema. It's cinema. Sometimes some people want entertainment more so than they want indie shit.
Yeah.
And this is the perfect way to just finish it off. Hopefully at Night of Champions, you can't just wait to SummerSlam, because you got All In right around the corner. Forbidden Door is really iffy right now. They got some good matches. It's a lot of multi-man matches, but when it comes to All In, they already got a killer lineup on the horizon, and it's just it's you're not going to catch. You can't catch AEW when it comes to the pay-per-views. You cannot catch AEW when it comes to the way they put on shows. So with that being said, you need your Mondays and your Fridays to be lights the fuck out. That's it, because everybody is not going to be able to pay for pay-per-views. Everybody doesn't have the Zone like us. Everybody doesn't have the HBO shits and stuff like that. So therefore, they make their money more so on shows on Monday night and Friday night. You can put them to bed, especially with AEW having these sucky ass shows these last couple weeks.
Yep.
So they need to figure this shit out ASAP.
Yo, I didn't want to kill him, but that shit looked like an indie show on Wednesday. That shit looked like a dead ass indie show. I was like, Tony, you can't go back there again. If you go back there again and they have anything close, not saying, but you will hurt your product, bro. Like I was watching that Edge and Christian promo, bro. That was kind of bad. I was like, dog, come on. But like you said,
it looked like a house show, bro. It looked like a WWE house show. That's what it looked like. That's what it felt like.
And I love Swerve and Will, but that can't save that show, bro. That didn't save that show.
And Will can't be talking about smashing his wife on TV like that again either.
Can we talk about that for a second?
When I saw that, I'm like, I'm for PDA. You already know, like, it's what I do. I love PDA. I love being affectionate and talking about your woman. Shout out to Lise. But that was a little bit too much, brother. That was extra as fuck. He didn't have to say that. The way he said that was really off-putting. I didn't like that. I personally didn't like it. I don't know.
I seen a list of after that comment, other people were going under comments being like, call out, Marty Scurll, like just bring up other shit in the past. And I was like, all right, you guys.
I didn't hear that name in a minute, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people were on X and I seen and on TikTok talking about like he went far like this. He's
Mm-hmm.
gone far like that in the past, talking about stuff like that, and then just labeled him right next to Marty Scurll, and I was like, whoa, that man admitted to doing something very wrong, even though in the UK it's different
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
You can't label those two, even though it's he admitted to getting
Yeah.
down with his
Yeah.
wife on TV. It's just nothing
Yeah.
to compare the difference, but to go that far and
Yeah,
say
he
that
said
was
it,
a
bro.
little, yeah, that was a little extra. It even had me like, I'm all for pushing
Me
the
too,
envelope,
man. Yeah.
but I had to hit it with the
Oof.
wasn't
I
expecting that
can't
one to
believe
come
you
out
said
like
that shit. Yeah.
that was almost like Brock Lesnar at UFC like 100 talking about after he's done he's gonna drink a Coors Light, not a Bud Light, and then go home and smash his wife like right after
Yeah.
winning. Like you can't say that stuff.
And that shows how talented The Rock is, bro. Because The Rock would say the exact same shit to a certain extent, but he would say it in a whole different way. Like you can say shit like that, but you got to say it in a more elegant way. And I put that on again. You're being run by the wrestlers, and the wrestlers kind of want to get raw. They probably greenlighted that shit, and it's just that was all Will though. That was 100% all Will. Like it sounded like some shit he would say, but you say that shit behind Steve. You don't say that shit. If he would have said that, let's say it was a cold mic where the mic was somewhere near and he was talking to somebody, he said that shit, it would have been hilarious. But when you got a hot mic in front of the fans and it's already a cold crowd, you don't know, like, come on now. You said that shit in Vegas, that shit might have flowed, but you saying that in West Bubblefuck, so I don't know.
Speaking of The Rock, man, one of my favorites is when he would talk to Lillian Garcia and make the horse sound and try to calm his leg down.
Yeah.
Young age, that's flying
over their head. They don't know.
Strictly over the head. And I'm just laughing like, what's this man doing making a horse sound, telling his leg to calm down? Getting older, rewatching that, I'm like, oh, that was crazy. Talking about eating some pie.
Wu-Tang pie.
Man was going in. Like I said, saying it in a subliminal way that wouldn't get him in trouble. But we were gonna go on and talk about AEW and how we felt about the last couple shows, but we've already been hitting on that during this.
Yeah, for the most part. We can elaborate before we get out of here real quick if you want.
Yeah, it's been very stale. So you guys saying last couple weeks in some towns that I understand Tony wants to. I understand the dilemma too. When you go to West Virginia, you may not be able to go to the same arena that WWE went to because they block it and they don't let you go to something like that. So I understand they got to find different places, but wherever they were at, those two places, that's like them going to like South Dakota or North Dakota. Like, there's reasons why you don't go to certain places.
There's a reason why some pipelines are dead, bro. Just leave that shit dead. And again, it puts the when you have a cold crowd like that, it puts the highlight on everything else. Because now we're looking at, all right, this crowd is cold as shit. Let's look at the wrestling. Oh, that was a botch. Oh, that was iffy. Oh, that looked real indie, like we said before. Look at the storylines. Who the fuck writing this? What the fuck are you saying? So it puts too much pressure. Again, this is a professional company, so pressure shouldn't even be a problem. You should be able to handle it to the best of your capabilities, no matter what. But it was bad. It was bad. And again, I had to write on it, and I'm trying my hardest to not butcher the fucking company, because it's not just because of the people inside the building or the people that's putting everything together. It's the fucking fans too. It's the fucking fan. That's why I get somewhat reasons why. That was everywhere. That's just why I sometimes understand why WWE doesn't do house shows as much anymore, or doesn't go to some of these cities no more because of situations like this. You need a crowd. The crowd and the audience is very, very important when it comes to wrestling. If you don't got a hot one, you got a problem.
Yeah,
got a problem.
And that thing, it didn't help that the matches were great, but now you're looking at the story and you're like, oh, I don't really get that. Was that needed? And then it's like they're doing bad humor, and I'm just like, oh my god, bro! Like this is terrible. This is terrible. And AEW, I know they're always if they go to random places, they're always going to be getting kind of shut out by WWE. But now you have to kind of choose really well, because, like we said, it looked like an indie house show. You got to get out of that. You got to get out of that right now. Right now, you need a really good show next week. If you you can't have 3 bad shows back to back to back. It won't sink you, but it just makes people look at you like, yeah, you're second rate for a reason.
You are what we thought you were. Plain and simple. Again,
that shit sucks.
It sucks, but that's what it is. It's a fucking business, bro. Shout out to Kevin Knight, though. Kevin Knight is doing a damn thing, and he reminds me of The Rock so fucking much, bro. The look, the style, the way he moves. They got the pop-up rock bottom now. Shout out to Kev.
Now, one more question. Do you think they're getting comfortable?
All right, so Zai, you want to answer this before I get into it? Because I want to think about it. I really want to think about it.
I think yes, a little bit, but because there's so much bad on WWE right now. It's like everyone's killing WWE. Everyone's like, oh, AEW. Like, you have Ari Hawani's like, yo, it's the spark right now. They're like the little train that could. And it's like, you're kind of going back on your laurels right now. Because it's like, yo, we going to put out this major great match and all that type of stuff. But now that you have main people talking about you, remember, AEW, like we always say, it goes to the wrestling fans. Because now you have casuals turning in, and they're like,
what the fuck is this?
Oh, what the fuck is this? It's just a match after match after match after match. It's like, yo, there's no filler breaking it down. So instead of them tweaking it a little bit, they are kind of relying on the lulls. But that's also what Tony Khan wants. Tony Khan is like, I'm catering to the sickos. It's like, all right, cool. You got all the sickos, but now you got other people coming in. You got to change your game. And he's like, nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah. It's classic burnout, in my opinion, bro. Fellas, it really reminds me of classic burnout, because they were white hot. I want to say the lead up to Darby getting that title, Darby running the slate for a month strong, like little shit like that. It was just, it got not stale, it just burnt the fuck out. And now they're trying to relight that flame, but they're not doing it in the correct facet. I want to say they need to do it in a better way. You got a huge Forbidden Door coming up, but it doesn't feel like Forbidden Door. It's a lot of AEW versus AEW. When it comes to Forbidden Door, it was always AEW versus New Japan, and you got a couple matches that were AEW, or even New Japan. But now it seems like it's more like an AEW pay-per-view more so than anything else. So with that being said, now you take away a classic Forbidden Door. It's not the same anymore. It's not. You remember when we had bragging rights back in the day, and it was legit show versus show, Raw versus SmackDown versus EC.W, when they had ECW in there and shit like that. That's what Forbidden Door is supposed to be. That's what it used to be. It's not like that no more. So now they're trying to relight the flame, I guess, and it's just not working. It's not working.
And to your point, I think that New Japan Pro Wrestling loss for them really did them in. It really kind of stalled them a little bit, because they didn't really think this was going to happen. And now, if WWE gets something with New Japan, now Forbidden Door doesn't look like you said, don't look at Forbidden Door anymore. Now you might have to get rid of that title.
Pay-per-view. You got to get rid of that pay-per-view.
Yeah,
like whatever else. I don't know, or just open it up to the indies.
Yeah,
because before, like, and I think the first couple Forbidden Doors, it was New Japan and TNA.
Yes,
and they shut down TNA fast. And I remember Moose was even because Moose was showing up against Omega for that.
Yes.
When Omega was the belt collector and shit like that. So like there was opportunity for every company, but now WWE is trying to be like, nah, man, we're trying to close the door on you guys.
They trying to
But
kill the pipeline, bro.
but in my mind, I would go after more indie forbidden doors, like bring in some of the UK wrestlers.
GC-W.
Go over, get GC-W. Look, we already know Tony loves random death matches. Just give us another death match. Who cares? Like, I want to see some light tubes getting smashed over people's heads again. Like,
I think the issue, bro. I think WWE is trying to collect these companies now.
Yeah,
because I believe GC-W is allegedly supposed to be going with WWE. It's like the dividing line or the crossing line is being drawn right now, and everybody's picking a side. Either you WWE or you AEW.
Yep.
Like AAA is talking shit, like heavy shit on CMLL right now.
Yep.
Double L right now. Like the beef between those two companies is dire. Like that's terrible over there in Mexico. So, I think that's what it is. The lines are being drawn, and with all this being said, it's hurting the product for AEW more than WWE because WWE never had these guys on their product anyway to the capacity in which AEW did. So I don't know, but it hurt TNA before in the past, and I think it's going to hurt New Japan Wrestling too, more so than anything else, because as AEW, we like to help. They like to help. They like to put people on. WWE likes to extract talent. They try to take everybody away when it comes to it. So they're not working with you to work with you because they care about your company. They're working with you because they want to get good with your main guys and take their ass. So, and then throw them on NXT for God knows how long. Or the other shit, the ID shit that they got, or the shit they got on Tubi. So it's just, people got to be smart, man. They got to open. It's not always about money. It's not always about money. It's a shout out to because they got AEW now too.
I was just about to say, I just randomly looked because I was trying to find the soccer game while I was at work. I thought Tubi would have had it, and Tubi didn't have it. But as I was scrolling through live TV, I seen AEW, and I was like, "Oh shit, AEW on Tubi! Let's get it. That's big movie."
It is. That's big money right there. I don't know, bro. We're gonna see. There's a lot of this week in wrestling has been disappointing. We get Athena more than likely against Mercedes. We get Will versus Big Strickland. We get Oba versus Jay, and we get EO versus Liv. But we need something else other than that. So hopefully something sticks. Hopefully they perform and they do what they got to do. There's a big summer coming up with SummerSlam as well as All In is a huge summer. We need to get this shit popping.
Yep.
All right, what we got, brother?
Top five.
You know what that means?
Top five.
I don't think we did this one. Top 5 hardcore wrestlers.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna start with number 5.
Can we go all ECW at this point? Because it's seeming like it.
Well, my number 5 is gonna be my number 5 is a more recent person who AEW put me on to. I can't even say AEW. Oh man, what's his name? David Arquette put me on to this guy. Nick Gage.
Nick Cage is a monster, bro. He was gonna be my number 5 too. That was my number 5 too. So go ahead, you talk, and then I give my little bit.
Hearing about when David Arquette got his neck cut, when he wanted to go back and you know what? Shout out to David Arquette for that, because even me, and I'm sure Ja and you, gave Dave Arquette the most hell for being heavyweight champion. Heavyweight champion. But the fact that at his age, wanting to go back and work his way from, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. Great movie.
Ready to Rumble.
Just watch.
Great
to watch. No, not Ready to Rumble. The documentary of him fighting from the indie scene to GCW, and it shows him getting cut in the neck by Nick Gage.
Where's this doc at, bro?
It was I watched it on. It was free on Prime, like in 2021.
Okay.
But it's that you have to watch it. He works his way through like backyard wrestling, like juggalo type wrestling, like. But once I heard when I heard about Dave Arquette getting cut in the neck in a death match, I wanted to see who it was from. And when I seen it was this guy Nick Gage, and looking at all of his other matches, man, it's insane. Light tubes, pizza cutters, like GCW is definitely a hardcore type of wrestling that is after styled after ECW and backyard wrestling, but it's not made for everybody because that stuff is very brutal.
Is it called?
Consider it.
You Can't Kill David Arquette? Is it that one?
I think that's what it's called.
Okay, got you.
It's a good. It talks about him wanting to rebuild himself back into the wrestling scene and pay homage back, since every fan said he's a piece of shit.
Exactly. It's on Tubi, everybody. It's on Tubi.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, Nick Gage is my 5. Why is Nick Gage your 5?
Not John Moxley, Max, bro. And then I saw that most of his matches were in Jersey. He had a fight in Atlantic City, so it was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's legit hardcore. The pizza cutter thing, the light tube thing, that match right there. Then it made me go back and look at most of his matches. Oh, the shit that he was doing was legendary. It was legendary when it comes to the hardcore aspect of it. It's crazy because he's that hardcore that they stopped putting this motherfucker on like TV. He wasn't even going to be in that match with John Moxley, but John Moxley vouched for him to Tony to put him on, like little shit like that. He's a beast. He's a strong competitor. He can wrestle, but that hardcore aspect of it, he's legendary because of it.
And if any of you guys have no idea who Nick Gage is, go also look at the story of him robbing a bank.
Yes.
That is a hilarious story where he looks dead in the camera at robbing a bank and didn't think that he would get caught.
Yeah, I remember. I heard about that. Cornette absolutely hates him. Cornette absolutely hates Nick Gage.
Cornette also hates anyone that isn't affiliated in like non-indie wrestling.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give Sandman. Sandman is the only reason he's low is because he's kind of like a gimmick more than he is a wrestler. Like, comes down, doing the thing and all that. So but Sandman encapsulates what ECW is. Like when you hear the music, when you hear the, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker, bro, he about to do this shit. Not the best wrestler, but what he was about. Like that's what I said, what he was about. When he would come, hit people with a candlestick, do his shit, bleed a little bit, send the crowd happy home.
Bro, he was lit before every single match.
Yeah, you could tell. You could tell.
Every ECW member was lit before their match.
That's true. That's true.
Before we keep going in, I watched a documentary and they said that everybody had their own corner.
Yes.
If you were smoking weed, you were in a corner with RVD, Sabu, and other people. They said motherfucking New Jack and other were upstairs smoking crack. Motherfuckers, Dudley Boys and other people were getting drunk. Other people were smoking other types. They said other people were taking like LSD and shrooms. Like that whole entire locker room. No wonder why Paul Heyman paid people to buy cigarettes and beer.
That shit was wild, but that's the truth.
Yep.
Who was your number 4, Zah?
I'm gonna mix it up. I'm not gonna do all ECW, but I gotta give a shout out to Edge. Edge was really extreme. He wasn't ECW extreme, but for a WWE man,
he was.
Boy would go wild. The spearing Mick Foley through the flaming table, bro.
Legendary, bro.
Shout out to Edge, bro. Shout out to Edge. God damn. Whew.
So you gonna put him for 4?
Yeah.
That's legit. Your 4? Okay, I like it. I thought you was gonna do an honorable mention and put him in there, but I respect it.
No.
I like it.
Edge has done a lot of the hardcore matches that I remember. I'm like, oh, yo, this motherfucker. And motherfucker didn't have to do that shit either. That's the crazy thing about it. He didn't have to do that.
Yo, when you hear my number 4, you're gonna have to look him up. Well, some people might. Some people, you might know him. Fucking New Jack.
Of course.
New Jack is my number 4. This man was a psychopath, legit. He almost murdered somebody in the ring. He's throwing people off of balconies and missing the table completely.
Yep.
Throwing people, like when I say he was a legend back in the day, but he just was psychotic. And that's why they couldn't really put him on TV like most of the guys back in the ECW back in the day. He was legit. He's about to get lynched. He was in a white neighborhood, about to get lynched several times, but he didn't give a fuck. He's going to say what he had to say. His mouth was more hardcore than anything else. But when you got him in the room, you see his head. His head still got cuts and shit in it. R.I.P. New Jack. Great competitor, great wrestler, crazy ass fucking person. He's my number 4.
One of the greatest entrances too. People forget about
Yeah.
By far, bro. New Jack entrance was stupid.
Everyone coming out going crazy.
Exactly.
Him coming out with a goddamn trash can full of weapons, just throwing shit in. What I said, one of my favorites with New Jack. Speaking of New Jack, he sat there, came out. I don't know who he had in the corner. This motherfucker pulled out a bowling ball.
Boy, yep.
Bowled him, hit him in the shit. He got up. He randomly grabs a goddamn staple gun and starts stapling him in the jump.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Jesus.
this man was nuts.
Nuts.
Staying on that ECW track, my number 4, the Raven. Him going to WCW and WWF, the E, whatever you want to consider it, just posted up in the corner. If you guys haven't really watched Raven matches, Raven's not gimmicks. Raven's promos are top tier. His vignettes backstage, he will have you thinking to yourself, what the hell did I just listen to? Like, people always thought Bray Wyatt's on that level. Raven was well above that level at a time where people weren't even speaking like that on the microphone. His in-ring skills insane. He wasn't given much in WWE/F to showcase, but what he did great. Raven was definitely interesting person because that's what caught my eye of seeing him in ECW with Billy Kidman. Him having his little flock.
Yeah.
It was just a random group that just caught my eye, and seeing this dude who looked emoed out, just chilled in a corner, looking all upset and shit, but would fuck you up in the ring.
I'm with it, bro. That was my number 3.
I'll go. Oh, all right. That's your number 3. You could go into why he was your number 3.
Yeah. He reminds me so much of Darby to a certain extent because of the way he moves, not way he moves, more so his hardcore style, the way he would just smack people with random object. Like, he would make it look like it legit hurt. He would make, if he got hit, he made it like it legit hurt. He would sell more than anybody else around that time. Him and another person that's still on my list were iconic when it comes to ECW to me. Yes, I said New Jack, but more so of him and 2 other people I have on my list. My last other 2 people, and mine is all ECW, unfortunately. But yeah, Raven was legit, man. He can fight, he can wrestle. He wasn't great on the mic, but when he did get on the mic, he said some okay shit in WCW more so than WWF. You really didn't see the real Raven in WWF or in WWE, unfortunately. So when you look at Raven, don't look at the WWF, WWE version. Look at the early WCW and look at the aspect of what he did in ECW.
Is one of your other 2 people in there? Is his initials a PS?
PS? No.
Yeah. Okay. That's how I also feel about Perry Saturn.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Perry Saturn was great in ECW, WCW, went to WWE, and we got Moppy.
Fucking Moppy.
Please.
So that's how I feel the same way with Raven and Perry Saturn.
Perry Saturn was a great wrestler, bro.
Phenomenal.
He was.
Great fucking wrestler.
My number 3, R.I.P.
Sabu.
Yeah. You know, my God, bro.
Watching this man just like him and my number one are two people that made me sit there and think to myself, wow, this type of wrestling is crazy. Yeah, they're hardcore, but they're also leaping from one. First of all, jumping from a chair to a rope, doing a springboard over the barricade in like 6 rows deep. It's crazy. Sabu is very interesting. One of the greatest moves in what our top five was last week. Our wrestling video games, just picking up a chair and throwing it at someone's head.
Yep.
Like the most simple move that you would think people never did in WWE. They never grabbed up a chair and threw it at someone's head. No, you had to swing it at him. And Sabu just said, "F this," boom, right at his head. Just very innovative, suicidal, homicidal, you know. And also he had Coach Bill Alfonso. You know, people didn't like Bill Alfonso. This man blowing a whistle 24/7 as you're trying to wrestle a match, like just greatness.
Yeah, Sam Sabu's on my list too.
I wish he got a better run in WWE when he came in. Everybody, bro, when they come in WWE, they got terrible runs.
That match with Rey Mysterio, though.
That's what I was about to say. That was
phenomenal. Even though it ended because Sabu did some Sabu shit.
Exactly.
Still a great match. Like he did when they got put. There were certain wrestlers when they got put on that WWF, whatever it was at the time, build. They ran with what they had. Like Tommy Dreamer, he didn't really do much, but you gave us Sabu, Sandman, RVD. They ran with, okay, we're the ECW guys. We're still gonna do this hardcore shit, but we're gonna change up, a little bit for the crowd, for the man, in the back. All right, Zal, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is New Jack. Took it away from
Jack.
New Jack versus Vic Grimes, man. Like I had to go back and watch that shit. I was yo, this is extreme to another level. Like, yo, I was like, oh, this motherfucker really might kill someone, man. Like, really might. Then him versus Spike Dudley. Like, people forget Spike could go. Like, Quill says this shit all the time. Quill could go. Spike could go, man. Shout out to New Jack. Like, just the persona. Like, if you ever thought there was a real killer, it was New Jack.
New Jack. Motherfucker was a nut, man.
Bro. Damn.
Who's your number 2, bro?
Oh, it's gotta be Sabu, man. Sabu. Man. Like that match versus Rey Mysterio, bro. And like, they did give him a little feud with Cena, and like, yo, he did the chair thing to Cena. Like, yo, I was like, yo, this motherfucker is fucking crazy.
It is,
and also on top of it too, the fact that like Cena was in that era of like. We all were told that Cena is the good guy and whatnot, but there's a few wrestlers coming out now being like, nah, Cena didn't want to wrestle us. Cena didn't want to be with us. Like Chris Masters is one of them.
Maven,
who's another. A lot of them come out being like, yo, Cena didn't want to face us. The fact that Cena said, fuck that, I want to go against the ECW legend and put on a show like that. That was big because at that time we thought Cena was the good guy and and just was everything accepting this. He could have said no to Sabu because he knew Sabu was going to do some dumb shit out there that he didn't want to do. But he knew now the fans want to see this shit.
He said no to Jeff Hardy. He definitely said no to Jeff Hardy. That's a story for another day.
There's another one.
Definitely. Thanks. Jeff Hardy was a fuck, man. Whew.
So since yours is all ECW, I'll go to my number 2 real quick. My number 2. The best hardcore champion WWF ever had. Crash Holly.
I thought you was about to say Funaki. I was about to say, you going to put Funaki on your list?
No. Crash Holly coming out with a goddamn scale, making sure that he was underweight. Like, it
was fun.
For being the hardcore title, and at that time, it was fun. It was entertaining. The way the hardcore title was 24/7. Go back and pin anybody at any time. That was a good time, good fun era. Just that's a childhood favorite hardcore champion or hardcore wrestler. Like, even though he wasn't too hardcore, Crash Holly was to me one of my favorite hardcore champions. Anytime you seen this little man come out behind Bob Holly with a scale, like it was just entertaining.
100% entertaining. I miss it, man. Him,
Yep.
Hardcore Holly, Viscera, that whole hardcore scene back in the day was
Yes.
popping. Definitely
Yes.
was popping. My number 2 is a man that reminds me of Dusty Rhodes as well as Sami Zayn. Tommy fucking Dreamer.
Ah,
Tommy fucking Dreamer is my number 2 because everything he did when it comes to the hardcore, he made hardcore wrestling cool again. Because yes, you had it back in the day. He was the perfect introduction from the ECW style to the WWE style, and he just made it work. He was an asshole out here eating random shit, but still putting on great matches. Man. He was a great person. He was a great wrestler. He's a great icon for the sport. Excuse me. ECW original. Fucking Tommy fucking Dreamer. And to this day, he still does great when it comes to this production aspect of it. If I had a horrorcore company, I would hire him. He will be my guy. He will be the one that be running everything when it comes to it because he knows how to make it relatable to today and still bring it back to the old days. So Hardcore Holly is definitely my number 2. Before I get into my number 1, I'm not sure who's going to go first. My honorable mention was Mankind as well as John Moxley as my honorable mentions. So those 2 were close, and they were going to be number 1, but I couldn't put them number 1. I got to put. You want? I can say it now.
Sabu. I'll go. Yeah. You said Sabu.
Yeah.
Who's your number 1?
Dreamer.
Okay.
He's just the heart and soul of Extreme, man. Like
we all have 3 different pillars of ECW. It's great.
Yeah.
Because mine. Mr. 420, no one gets higher.
Do you consider him? See, this is the problem I have. I do not consider him. I don't know, bro.
He's a part of ECW. He carried that ECW championship. My honorable mention, who I wanted to put number 1, is Taz. I always loved Taz. Taz was a great wrestler.
But
shit out of Kurt Angle. First debut.
All right, you could go into your Tommy Dreamer or your Sabu, your Tommy. We'll each go into our number 1s and why we both like each different.
Honestly, I would. We talked enough about Sabu. He's great. He's iconic. I want to hear why you put RVD in there, and I want to hear Tommy Dreamer for you. But I'm really interested on RVD because I do not consider him a hardcore wrestler. But
when
it comes to Sabu, great competitor. My guys said everything perfectly. I ditto what they said. I'm not even going to get into it. I really want to hear what you got to say about RVD.
All right, RVD may have not been the New Jack, the Tommy Dreamer, but he was that. He was in ECW. He carried that belt and carried the company for a decent amount of time and brought light to it for certain aspects. We had Sabu being the high flyer, but now we have RVD going coast to coast. Yep. You had this dude throwing a chair at you and then doing a back heel kick like the Van Daminator. You had he may not have been, like I say, he may not have been the Dudley Boys, the New Jack, the Sandman, and Tommy Dreamer, but for the time that he was in that business and in that company, he thrived very well in the shorter ring, you want to say house show type of crowd environment that you had. A lot of fans didn't like him, but because they all knew that he was probably going to be there for a short period of time until he got shown and go to WWE, which he did do. But at the end of it, I don't blame anybody or anyone for jumping from WCW to WWE, ECW to WWE because someone wasn't paying you. This man's about to pay you a whole shit ton of money. And then at the end of the day, you were faithful, and look what happened. This man still bought your company, and then you got paid bottom of the barrel scraps. Yep. RVD just became one of my favorites more because just the relatable to the
that's your brother.
The idea, Listen, when it hits, everyone, always jokes on the 420. You gotta.
Yeah.
My favorite is 419. Why wait?
Hey, I like it.
I got like I got a cameo for my birthday for my girl by RVD. And like my one dream, like everyone's favorite person to ever go smoke with is probably Snoop, Willie Nelson, Wiz Khalifa. Nah, I want to sit down and talk wrestling and smoke with RVD.
I'm with you.
Makes sense.
That would be like a great. It's just I don't know. Just RVD is one of my favorites. The high flying. I was always like being a Lucha Libre fan, and the high flyingness. Seeing RVD do this. I was also a fan, being young, of the movie Bloodsport.
Okay.
So seeing this dude who looks identical
Yeah.
to Jean-Claude Van Damme do almost insane things like that, I was like, all right, this dude is legit. I like this guy. It's just
And nobody knows that that's the reason. Not a lot of people know that's the reason why he picked his name too, is because of that. I love it. I fucking love it. Definitely love it. All right, tell us about Tommy, bro, before we get out of here.
Yeah, Tommy. The thing with Tommy was he knew how to mix extreme and his psychology. Like his matches with Raven. Oh my gosh, just incredible. Like you just like, yo, when I say he's the perfect ECW wrestler, he's the perfect ECW wrestler. He knows how to do extreme, but he also knows how to do ring psychology. He was literally the balance. And even when he came to WWE, like he still would put on some classic matches. Like, yo, he would still take that. I'm like, yo, this is what ECW needed. And his hatred of Paul Heyman just had me crying sometimes. Like, but I get it. Yo, you playing with my money. I get it. But shout out to Tommy Dreamer, man. Like, he was always willing to go out there, put someone over, make it look like the greatest thing of all fucking time. Like, that's what wrestlers do when they're towards their end. And I just feel like Tommy Dreamer just understood the business. Yeah. And I wish more people would understand him and like talk to him. Like, some people should be picking his brain. That's some people should be picking the brains out. A lot of AEW people should be picking Tommy Dreamer's brains. How to mix the two.
He in TNA, but he needs to.
He just left.
He needs to get up out of there. He just left.
They just fired. They got rid of a whole bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
What? I haven't been on social media in a minute, bro. This just happened.
Yeah. Like 2 days ago or yesterday.
That's a terrible move. That's a terrible fucking move, bro. That is. Whew.
Tony, pick him up. That'd be a Tony. Pick him up. That'd be a great addition to your locker room. But the problem sometimes with AEW wrestlers, I've heard they don't listen to a lot of old heads, and I feel like sometimes that can do them in. But like if you get someone like Tommy Dreamer in, listen to him.
But we also gotta remember the old heads that have come over there that tried to talk to them. It's also that can be it too. I'm quite sure if Tommy went there, just like if Road Dogg went there, that tag team division would be better. If Tommy went there, the hardcore division would be more clean. So it's just like guys that you can't talk. You had CM Punk over there. You had fucking Aleister Black over there. These motherfuckers they care about themselves more so than the company. You feel me? So I don't know. Maybe I pray that he go over there. That would be a great addition. A great addition to what's the name? AEW.
Yep.
All right, bro. Take us out.
What's up?
Well, thank you everyone for watching. Like I said, I'm gonna take it over for this one. Like, subscribe on TikTok, X, Instagram. Follow us everywhere. We're gonna be here talking wrestling. We ain't going nowhere.
Nope.
We here, baby. Plain and simple. Let's get it. I truly appreciate it, dog.
Hire us.
Oh, definitely. Hey, we here. We open for business. We contractors. We do what we got to do. We nice people. We're respectful. We don't need all that much money. Free tickets will be good enough for us for the most part. So we're a family. We coming with a package deal, though. So one go, we all got to go. Simple as that. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all as always. Za, send us out, bro.
Yo, once again, thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back here next Saturday talking wrestling. Yo, we are out.
Deuce.
Try to get me in a room, everybody wanna talk. Why? Always coming with the tunes. They know know I'ma take it far, right? Something I already knew, yeah.